Hey everybody, this is Chief Tappy Tappy Big Boy Screamer, and I'm here on YouTube Live. Just wanted to try this out to see if there's any. I'm gonna consistently be going to YouTube Live a lot more often, but I wanted to say hi to everybody. For those who are follow Big Boy Screamer or Chief Tappy Tappy, try to follow me here on YouTube, and let's grow this channel now, and let's do our best to just continue having the conversation about Filipino martial arts or anything in particular you like to ask. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chief Tappy Tappy or Chief Francis Serrano. I am the chief instructor and owner of Filipino Martial Arts School, the premier Filipino martial arts school in the Inland Empire. We are the only school in the Inland Empire that has any world champions, let alone three. And we are located in downtown Riverside, California. So if you are looking for a Filipino martial arts program that has proven track record, please go to my website at fmaschool.com. I know there's nobody else yet on this live, but that's okay. It starts with just putting myself out there, and then hopefully it will grow. So I wanted to again talk to you guys about a little bit about me. I started Filipino martial arts when I was 19 years old, back in 1998. At that time, I always wanted to learn martial arts, but unfortunately, my father did not want me to learn martial arts because he was a bit of a pacifist. And but unfortunately, he passed away when I was 16, and I started looking for martial arts when I was 18, and it took me about a year to find my teacher, then guru Henry Cabillion. And the moment I started learning FMA, I just fell in love with it. Right there and then, he said, "This is my jam. This is what I want to learn." And to this day, Master Henry is still my teacher, and that was 27 years ago. And then 10 years after I started, I moved back to the Philippines to get my degree, and I wanted to experience Filipino martial arts in the motherland, in the Philippines. So I was really, really excited about it. So I contacted Supreme Grandmaster Diony Cañete in Cebu, Philippines, head of the 12 Pares multi-style system. And I asked him if there was anybody that teaches the 12 Pares multi-style in Manila. And he goes, "Oh yeah, there's only one that knows the multi-style in Manila." And I'm like, "Awesome, sir. Who is this person? I'll go right now." And he goes, "That's you. You teach. You start teaching." And so then I contacted my direct teacher, Master Sunny, and he goes, "Well, I guess you're teaching now." So that's when I got into teaching back in 1998. I'm sorry, 2008 is when I got into teaching, and I fell in love with Filipino martial arts all over again. And I found out that was my contribution back to the community. So I fell in love with it. I've been teaching since I started teaching in the Philippines. When I moved back to the United States in 2009, I continued teaching as I was getting my bachelor's degree. And eventually, I made it into my full-time job, my full-time business. We've opened our own commercial studio back in 2023. And we've been at the studio for over 2 years, over 2 years. So we're very, very happy about it. And then not only that we moved to a commercial studio, the school has just done phenomenally well. Since we moved to the studio, we've gained 5 new national champions. Freddie became a regional champion for the first time, as well as Raymond also did well, and he became a world champion again last year at the Wake Off World Championship in Cebu, Philippines. So, to say that we're doing okay would be a very true statement. So that's a little bit about my school, a little bit about me. I did go to school. When I did go to school, I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Vanguard University of Southern California. I was going to Claremont School of Theology to get my MDiv, my master's in divinity, but unfortunately the pandemic happened, so things kind of got a little. And then I'm hoping to get back to it, but I don't know. I mean, I'll leave it up to the Lord to be able to do that. But even if I do, when I do go get it, after that I will be getting my PhD in theology, because I love history and I love studying more about the Bible and God And to me, that's just an amazing thing. Uh, 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 Corporately wise, I have a background in marketing. I was a marketing assistant, marketing coordinator, marketing admin for many years, and then I also became a marketing consultant for many years that specializes in small to medium-sized companies in developing their social media and online presence online. So we're doing that. Excuse me, and so that's my corporate background. I also was once a car salesman, and I actually really dig that. You know, I love being that was a fun gig for me. But yeah, so that's a little bit about myself. On a personal note, I'm not married. I don't think I have any children, right? And hi, Yassine, hello. And I don't think I have any children. And I am the youngest of two children. Mr. Rika, hello. How's it going? And then my sister has five children, and I love them. They're my nephews and nieces, and those nephews and nieces have 13, combined 13 children. So I'm a lolo or a grandfather already and I've been a grandfather for 20 years now, almost 21 years now. And I love it. Being a lolo is my favorite thing in the world. And that's good that you're good. That's awesome, Mr. Rika. So I'm just very blessed. My grandkids are the living embodiment of my heart living outside of my body. Am I a wrestler? No, I'm not. I'm a Filipino martial artist. I don't wrestle. So that's a little bit on my personal life. So, but feel free to ask me anything. All I ask is that we be polite, be cordial about it. Basically, it's like I don't mind you asking me anything as long as you're willing to ask this same question in front of your mother. So, but feel free to ask me anything. And again, I don't know if I answered already, but I believe I did. Yes, and no, I'm not a wrestler. I'm a Filipino martial artist. Sure. If you go to my website, Yassine, I'm sorry, I was mispronouncing your name. I apologize. If you go to my website, fmaschool.com, and fill out the Get Started form, we can start your process that way. Where do you live, Yassine? We're in California. My school is in Riverside, California. So, oh, okay. So you're in Northern California. Well, I'm in Southern California, but I do offer online courses. But I can recommend other Filipino martial artists in your area that are phenomenal. Okay, they're my close friends. They're great instructors, great Filipino martial artists. So I think you will do well with them. Now the only thing is, and I'm sorry, but I have to warn you about them. They're not as good looking as I am. You might be thinking, wow, all Filipino martial artists is handsome like Chief Francis, Chief Tappy Tappy. Unfortunately, that's not true. Like I said, my buddy that's actually in Daly City, he's one of my closest friends. I love him. He's my brother, but he kind of ugly. No, see, oh well. What are you gonna do? What did I do? Thank you, Joseph. I hope you enjoy your day, evening, and everything in between as well. You too, Joseph. So, how do you like your eggs? Ah, got it. Thank you, Yassine. How do you like your eggs, guys? Do you have any particular way of liking your eggs? Please, if you can answer to the thing. Goodbye. Off the flame with a tiny bit of. Oh, nice. That sounds actually quite an addition from a chicken. Good one, Nelson. Good one. I like that. From a chicken. I like mine with onions and tomato, where you grill you saute the onions and then you saute the tomatoes, and then once it's a little bit kind of has that brown crisp to it, then I add the eggs and then I let it simmer, almost looking like an omelet, and then I mix it up into a scrambled version. So that's how I like my eggs. Yes, the onions is a little bit like it actually brings out a little bit of sweetness to it, and then at the same time the onions, I mean the onions, I mean the tomatoes also kind of give it an acidity to it. So then the egg kind of, but you gotta cook the onion a little bit longer. Like I said, until it's a little bit golden, and then you add the tomatoes, and then so that the pan itself has the tomato sauce, like kind of not really the sauce, but the tomato flavor on the pan, and then it's then mixed with the onions, and then when you pour the egg on, right, you let it simmer with it, let it cook with it, so the boiling will just mix the all the ingredients together. Then of course some salt, and you're good to go. You can also eat it as an omelet. I'm not very good at omelets because I'm lactose intolerant, so I don't think people appreciate the fact that I am farting all day long, so I don't put cheese on my eggs, so it's hard for me to it's hard for there's no binding agent basically to it. So but yeah, try that. That's how I cook my eggs. And then if you want to add some protein to it, you can definitely do that as well. I hope you enjoy it. I really hope you enjoy it. Yeah, no, and I agree with you about onions take time to cook. I 100% agree with you on that one. I know, like when I try to teach this to my youngest nephew, he put the onions and he put the onions and the tomato right away, and then he put the eggs right away. So by the time it came out, the onions were still kind of raw. So the flavor did not mix into it, and the tomatoes again was not raw, but it was overpowering. The flavor of the tomato was overpowering. And he put a ton of salt on it. He assaulted that egg. Then once in a while, I also like to make a breakfast sandwich, right? But so I make the breakfast sandwich. I toast the egg. I mean, I kind of put it on the I put that on the pan and then just let it kind of brown up a little bit. Then I put the patty on that, or the ham or the turkey, whichever protein you want to use. Again, a little bit of onions, a little bit of tomato, and then I put a fried egg with a whole yolk in it. Right, so I love that. And then when you open it up, the yolk kind of coats all the ingredients underneath it, and it's just lovely flavor. And of course, salt, salt, Salt Bay. So I love puns. Puns are my favorite. Yeah, those things are huge, right? I would definitely at least cook it as simple as possible, so you can. I mean, this is just me. If I had an ostrich egg, I would cook it as simple as possible. Maybe just over easy, or sunny side up, just so that I know what the exact flavor of that tastes like. Probably, yeah. So that I would know what it tastes like. So then now that I have an understanding of the flavor palette of it, then I'm like, okay, then I can probably cook it in different ways. So, but yeah, I definitely that does sound like a plan. Ostrich, it's what's for dinner. All right, next question. Have you tried any other eggs like quail eggs or duck? I've had duck egg because I'm Filipino. We had balot. I've had that. I've also had quail eggs. Those are really, really good. But beyond that, I don't think so. I mean, I'll have to think about it. Now, next question. Can you eat breakfast at any time? Is breakfast only supposed to be eaten in the morning? What are your thoughts on that, folks? So, okay, to answer my own question, yeah, you can eat breakfast anytime. There's no law. It's not the 11th commandment, thou shalt only eat breakfast in the morning, right? I don't know why the Lord sounded like that, but it's not in the Constitution that you should only eat breakfast in the morning. You can eat breakfast anytime. One of my favorite movies, and I'm man enough to admit, yeah, exactly. I'm man enough to admit it. One of my favorite movies is The Notebook, right? But there's that one scene where Allie comes over to Jacob's house, and then she overheard his dad, Jacob's dad, and him reading some poems, right? And then in the end she invited, you want to eat some pancakes? Even though it was evening, let's eat some pancakes. And you're like, what's that got to do with it? You can eat pancakes whenever you want. Now, a lot of people might not know this, and maybe you guys might have because you guys are intelligent people, but most people didn't know, why did he offer her pancakes? Well, because Jacob's family was incredibly poor. And maybe that was the only thing that they could offer her as far as food is concerned. Right? So from, I mean, I already believed it before, but yeah, you can eat breakfast at any time you want. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, who cares? Right? So... And I can only cook breakfast too, so that's so. If I'm by myself and I'm hungry, yeah, that's you best believe I'm eating breakfast. Just being honest. Just being honest. Well, okay, so hash browns are ooh, that's not a bad. You know what's a really good fast food breakfast, and I love it because you can order it 24/7. Jack in the Box croissant sandwich with I like sausage more than bacon, so I think they're pretty good. And it croissant it's the bread itself is very light but kind of sweet. Magnifico. So, all right, guys. So I'm just gonna let you guys know from now on I will be. Oh, for sure, bro. For sure, Joseph. For sure. All right, guys. I just want to let you know that I'll be coming on Instagram, YouTube Live more often, and hopefully you guys can follow me, subscribe to my channel. I post a video, couple videos every single day on my channel, and then a full YouTube tutorial video every week on Tuesday at 6 p.m. California time. All right. People know me as Chief Tappy Tappy, or Chief Francis Big Boy Screamador. So until next time, this is Chief Francis Big Boy Screamador. Peace out. God bless. And that's a Tappy Tappy. Good night, everybody.